Pakistan creates a legend. They build it themselves when they can't afford to buy it. They even hand-built a dump truck from scratch. So impressive that even the original manufacturers are left speechless. This is a highly skilled repair shop in Pakistan. Not only do they excel in vehicle repairs, but they also effortlessly customize trucks. Building a truck starts with the chassis. First, they connect refurbished beams with crossbars. Although these parts are salvaged from scrap trucks, the outer layer is reinforced with brand new steel plates. This thickness provides sufficient load-bearing capacity. Next, the crossbars are inserted between the beams, allowing the workers to use threaded clamps to compress and tighten them, ensuring consistent spacing between the front and rear of the chassis. Rivets are typically used to secure the beams and crossbars. This increases the overall stability of the chassis. Pneumatic rivet guns are pressed and shaped by heating the rivet heads with oxyacetylene, leaving no gaps between the steel plates. While other shops are still hammering by hand, the workers already use high-end equipment. The rivet guns speed up the process and give the rivet heads a smoother appearance. After the rivets are secured, the chassis is flipped using a crane because the suspension brackets must be installed underneath. Holes are drilled into the steel beams with an electric drill to ensure precise spacing at the bottom. Then, the leaf spring shackles are bolted into place, and the distance between the brackets is measured with tape. Even though they use second-hand parts, they are perfectly functional after careful selection and simple refurbishing. With the chassis taking shape, it's time to install the transmission mount. Bolts secure components that require frequent disassembly for maintenance, while rivets are reserved for structural parts. Since the truck owner needed to haul heavy loads, the shop found a set of double-drive axles. While not as powerful as the 100-ton King, they are sufficient for this dump truck. Once the first axle is in place, the balance shaft can be connected to the beams. Though the truck structure is simple, the chassis parts are typically cumbersome. Securing the rear axle and leaf springs requires the teamwork of several workers. Installing the second drive axle is relatively straightforward. Once pushed under the vehicle and aligned with the leaf springs, the rear axle is secured with thrust rods. The shop prefers using fully assembled parts like these, which are still usable as long as there are no cracks, regardless of appearance. After fixing the leaf springs, the chassis is sprayed with a coat of paint to give it a new look. This not only hides signs of refurbishment, but also enhances its overall appearance. The shop acquired a refurbished powertrain while waiting for the paint to dry. Despite having logged over 1 million kilometers, this 8-cylinder diesel engine still delivers powerful performance after regular overhauls. Once connected to the chassis and with all new engine mounts, the engine won't disappoint the owner. The workers then bolt the engine, preparing it for installing other components. The cab is almost new, which enhances the owner's experience. Though the headlights are slightly yellowed, the interior remains rugged. After connecting the cab with pins, half of the truck is now complete. The hand-built dump truck will be fully assembled once the steel bed is mounted on the chassis. What do you think of a truck like this?